everybody. Welcome into the Fort Worth Christian Coaches Show. As always, brought to us by our great friends with Aspire Chiropractic, where their whole job is to get you back to being your best. Coach, good morning. Week 1, 1-0. Kind of a tale of two cities. Great first half. Need to improve on the second half. Give me your overall thoughts on the entire game.
I was proud of our effort. I thought our kids were tough in the sense that they just kept battling, but there's just a lot of self-inflicted misery during that game, so to speak. But no, just penalties and not taking care of the football, things like that. That it's a good thing because those are things that we can control. It's not like we were just getting whooped. It was more, like I said, self-inflicted. So just clean that up and work on the things that we need to do and get in a better rhythm. In the second half, I think they had an 18-play drive to open up the third quarter, and I think they got one. I think they earned one first down actually, and we kept their drive alive, extended their drive. I think 3 different times on penalties. So, that's always going to hurt you, and when your offense doesn't get the ball back until 4 minutes left in the third quarter, it's kind of tough to get in a rhythm. And so, we didn't take care of the football. So it was just kind of one of those games where you get to kind of test your mettle, see what your kids are made of, see what the coaches, how they prepared them. And so I was proud of the fact that they kept fighting. And, a win's a win. I don't care how ugly it is. It's 1-0 on the paper, so we'll take it.
Absolutely right. So quarterback play last week was pretty good. Tyler rushed for 177 yards, a couple of touchdown passes, and that critical 25-yard run at the end in overtime. So how do you assess this play overall?
Tyler is a tremendous competitor. When the game's on the line, he wants the ball and he wants to do well. Obviously, so do all of our kids. He ran the ball a little bit more than what I would like him to, but he's just such a good athlete that it's hard to tell him not to. And so I thought that he played tough. I thought, like I said, all of our kids played tough and stepped up when they needed to. And I was proud of them. It's just, kind of a sloppy game.
Sure.
And if you ask them, they tell you the same. And so we were proud of the victory, but maybe not as much as, kind of how it came about.
A couple of good highlights. We talked about the backfield a little bit last week and the depth of that. I know we were starting a third team back last week. It looked like you played really well, attacking the line of scrimmage. So it is good to have some depth back there. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I said, we have guys that are ready to go. They all work hard in practice, and they're all capable, and they're all smart kids. So they're ready, and they're willing to do whatever we ask them to do. And so it doesn't really matter who's back there. But we felt like, we did what we had to do to win the game, and so that's what happened.
Had some great receivers. I think Klein's caught a couple. Elliott caught a couple. Had some really big plays on the outside.
Right.
So we were explosive in the first half. Just kind of, as you said, second half kind of, they got in their ball control mode, and it was very difficult. But we'll move past last week. Let's get to this week.
Yep.
This week's a good test for us on the road at Tyler.
Right.
Going to play Gorman. What's your overall thoughts of the Gorman program? Not program, but their team this year.
Coach McFarland is a good coach out there. He's been doing it a long time, and those kids are believing and excited. And they're a really athletic football team. They have a lot of really good skill kids, and I hope that, and I know we're the more physical team, so I hope that we can go out there and kind of dictate the pace of the game with our tempo and just our physicality on defense and offense as well. So. But they'll be a great test. They got a really good quarterback. Like I said, a lot of good skill kids. They're pretty sound on defense. They just rely on a lot of athleticism to make up for, kind of what they don't get accomplished with their scheme. But they're good at what they do. And, last year they played us tough, and there's almost 100 points scored in that game. So we'll see how this one goes.
Right, buckle up. Gorman's a team that's been building their program for several years. Kind of have a lot of veteran leadership this year on this team. So this should be a good matchup for us because both teams have that veteran leadership. So as we look, obviously, what are your keys to this week for victory?
Right. First of all, just we got to continue to learn how to be good teammates, That's going to be an evolution throughout the year, and I think our kids are slowly growing. And games like last week, that's you're putting the fire, So it kind of forges us a little bit and forces us to look in the mirror and, hey, how can I do better for my team? So continue to grow as good teammates, loving one another, and, offensively just taking care of the football, making good decisions, believing, and trusting one another, staying positive and upbeat, bouncing back, being resilient, when things don't go our way. Defensively, just being real physical, flying around, playing with a great deal of excitement, turnovers, and just no negative plays on offense. It's going to be a good game either way, but I expect us to come out there ready to play and determined to get back to kind of our mentality in terms of tempo on offense and turnovers on defense.
So. Fantastic. Coach, we appreciate it this
Thank
morning.
You.
Always good. We hope to see you in Tyler tomorrow where it's Military Appreciation Night. There'll be a special ball delivery at 7 p.m. via parachute. Any Cardinal parents that served in the military are welcome to participate in the halftime recognition ceremony. So please see somebody at the stadium for more details. Guys, until next week, go Cardinals.